Good evening, basketball world. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been looking for the signal amidst the noise of the 2025 to 2026 NBA season, you have arrived at the right place. Today is Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. We are deep into the winter grind. The All-Star break is appearing on the horizon. Teams are cementing their identities, and the Western Conference, as it always seems to be, is an absolute bloodbath. But within that chaos, three specific narratives have emerged that are defining the landscape of the league right now. These aren't just headlines. These are tectonic shifts in how the game is being played on the Pacific Coast. We are talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Portland Trail Blazers. Three teams, three diverging paths, and three massive stories that we need to unpack. First, we have to talk about the purple and gold. The Lakers are sitting at a formidable 22-11 record, holding the third seed in the West. But it isn't just that they are winning. It is how they are winning. We spent the entire offseason analyzing the blockbuster trade that sent Anthony Davis to Dallas and brought Luka Doncic to Hollywood. We wondered, can they defend? Do they have the size? Well, the answer has arrived in the form of a reimagined Twin Tower philosophy. This isn't the Twin Towers of the 90s. This is a modernized, terrifying application of size involving the integration of DeAndre Ayton and the ageless physicality of LeBron James in year 23. The media is calling it Showtime 2.0, but I'm calling it the Wall. We are seeing a Lakers team that is bludgeoning opponents not just with Luka's magic, but with overwhelming physical superiority in the front court. They have found a way to make the paint their fortress again, and it is a terrifying sight for the rest of the league. Then we move down the hall, or rather, to the Intuit Dome, to look at the Los Angeles Clippers. If you look at the standings, it's grim. They are 12-22. They are sitting 12th in the West. The experiment with Bradley Beal and the aging James Harden seems to be sputtering. The national media is ready to bury them. They are writing the eulogies as we speak. But I am telling you right now, stop looking at the win-loss column and start watching the tape. Because amidst the wreckage of a disappointing start, the Clippers have unearthed a secret weapon, a player who was written off, traded around, and undervalued, who has suddenly blossomed into one of the most efficient and dangerous offensive engines in basketball. We're going to dive deep into the renaissance of John Collins. Yes, John Collins. He is averaging nearly 19 points and 8 rebounds, and he's become the solitary bright spot, the secret weapon that might just save Ty Lue's job if they can figure out the rest of the rotation. While the stars fade, Collins is surging. And finally, we look north, to the Pacific Northwest, the Portland Trail Blazers. Everyone wrote them off as a lottery team. Everyone said, they are rebuilding, they're years away. But look at the ticker. They are 16-20. They are fighting for a play-in spot. They just took down the Celtics. They beat the Mavericks. They are playing with ferocity we haven't seen in Rip City for half a decade. And the catalyst? It's not just Scoot Henderson's development. It is the explosion of Deni Avdija. We are seeing a breakout season of historic proportions. 25.9 points per game, 7.3 rebounds, 7.1 assists. He is playing at an all-NBA level, and nobody is talking about it enough. The Blazers are strong. They are legitimate, and they are coming for the playoffs. So buckle up. We are not doing surface-level takes today. We are not doing 30-second clips. We are going deep. We are going to look at the advanced metrics, the lineup data, the trade implications, and the on-court chemistry. We are going to dissect why the Lakers' size is unbeatable, why the Clippers' secret weapon is their only hope, and why the Blazers are the sleeper team you do not want to face in April. This is a deep dive. Let's get to work. Let's begin in Los Angeles with the Lakers. To understand what is happening right now with this 22-11 squad, we have to contextualize the roster construction. When the Lakers moved Anthony Davis, the fear was that the defensive identity of the team, the very soul of the 2020 championship, was gone. You bring in Luka Doncic, a maestro offense, but a player who historically needs to be hidden on defense. The question became, how do you protect the rim? How do you rebound? Enter Rob Pelinka's masterstroke of the offseason, the acquisition of DeAndre Ayton. Now, Ayton has had a complicated career, a number 1 pick, A polarizing figure in Phoenix, a short stint in Portland, but in Los Angeles, play alongside arguably the two greatest playmakers in history in LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Ayton has been unlocked, and this brings us to the concept of the new Twin Towers. Traditionally, Twin Towers implies two 7-footers. Think Duncan and Robinson, Sampson and Olajuwon. But the Lakers have flipped this concept. Their towers are DeAndre Ayton at the 5, standing 7 feet tall, and the collective size of the rest of the lineup. Specifically LeBron James and Rui Hachimura operating as the auxiliary bigs. Let's look at the numbers. The Lakers are currently 7th in the league in offensive rating at 118.3. That is elite. But more importantly, look at the rebounding percentages. When Ayton is on the floor with LeBron James, the Lakers are grabbing 54% of available rebounds. They are simply bigger than everyone else. Ayton is averaging a career high in efficiency. Why? Because he never has to create his own shot. Luka Doncic is feeding him spoon-fed lobs and drop-offs. We are seeing Ayton rolling to the rim with a ferocity we haven't seen since the 2021 Finals run. But the Twin Tower strength comes from the defensive end. With LeBron James in year 23, he cannot chase speedy wings around the perimeter anymore. So, J.J. Redick has made a tactical shift. He has moved LeBron almost exclusively to the power forward position, sometimes even playing a roamer role similar to what Robert Williams used to do in Boston. This effectively gives the Lakers two rim protectors. You have Ayton engaged in the primary big, and you have LeBron James with his high basketball IQ and massive frame, playing the weak side help. This twin tower dynamic, Ayton and James, supported by the 6 feet 7 inches Luka Doncic, means the Lakers are massive at the 3, 4, and 5 spots. Opposing teams are finding it impossible to finish in the paint. The Lakers might be 24th in defensive rating overall due to some transition struggles, but their half-court defense is suffocating because of this length. And we have to talk about the Luka factor in this twin tower setup. Usually when you play big, you sacrifice spacing. But because Luka and LeBron are ball handlers, the Lakers can afford to play two non-shooting bigs if they wanted to, though Ayton has improved his mid-range. The spacing is created by the passing IQ, not just the shooting. The strength and the title of our segment isn't just physical strength. It is the strength of identity. The Lakers know who they are. They are a team that will bully you in the post, out-rebound you, and then let Luka dissect you in the half-court. It is a formula that works in the playoffs. In a 7-game series, when the game slows down, size wins. And right now, no one is better functional size than the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, let's pivot to the darker side of Los Angeles. The Clippers, 12 wins, 22 losses. It is ugly. Ty Lue looks exhausted on the sideline. The acquisition of Bradley Beal was supposed to provide a third scorer, but injuries and chemistry issues have plagued that backcourt. James Harden is doing his best, but the burst is gone. The defense is ranked 25th in the league. By all conventional metrics, this season is a disaster. However, if you are a Clippers fan looking for a reason to keep watching, or if you are a fantasy GM looking for a steal, you need to look at John Collins. We need to talk about John Collins. He was acquired in that 3-team trade involving the Jazz and the Heat back in July 2025. It was seen as a salary dump maneuver by many. Collins had a rough couple of years in Utah. His three-point shot had vanished, and his defense was questioned. But in this Clippers system, Collins has been a revelation. He is a secret weapon because opposing defenses are ignoring him to focus on Harden and Beal, and Collins is making them pay every single night. Collins is averaging 19.0 points, 8.2 rebounds, and shooting efficient splits. He has rediscovered his athletic pop. We're seeing the Baptist again, catching lobs, finishing through contact, and providing a vertical spacing threat that the Clippers desperately needed. Why is he the secret weapon? Because he is the only player on this roster who bridges the gap between the old guard and the modern NBA. The Clippers are old. They are slow. They play at the 29th ranked pace in the league. Collins injects energy. His offensive rebounding rate is in the 90th percentile for forwards. He is getting the Clippers extra possessions, which is crucial for a team that struggles to get stops. Furthermore, look at his role as a small ball five. When Ty Lue goes to the bench and sits Brook Lopez, who has been solid but slow, Collins slides to the center spot. This unlocks a five-out offense that has actually been the Clippers' most efficient lineup. A lineup of Harden, Beal, Powell, before he was traded, or now maybe someone like Kobe Sanders with Collins at the five, produces an offensive rating of nearly 120. The problem is, the Clippers aren't using it enough. They are stubborn. They keep trying to play traditional lineups that get run off the floor. But the data shows that John Collins is the key. If the Clippers are going to turn this 12-22 start around and make a push for the 10th seed, it will be by leaning into Collins as a primary option, not a tertiary one. He is the secret weapon that needs to be deployed openly. He is the X factor. If they trade him at the deadline, they are waving the white flag. If they keep him and feature him, they have a pulse. Finally, let's travel to Portland. The Trail Blazers. For years, the narrative around Portland was, what are they doing? They traded Dame. They drafted Scoot. They had a logjam of centers. It felt directionless. But look at them now. January 7th, 2026. Record, 16-20. That might not sound impressive to the casual fan, but in the Western Conference, that is competitive. That is ninth place. That is ahead of Memphis, Dallas, the Clippers, Utah, Sacramento, and New Orleans. The headline here is, the Blazers are strong, and that strength is built on the back of one man's meteoric rise, Deni Avdija. We have to spend some time on Deni Avdija. When Portland acquired him from Washington, we knew he was a good connector piece, a solid defender, a good passer. But nobody, and I mean nobody, predicted this. Avdija is averaging 25.9 points per game. Let me repeat that. 25.9. That is not a typo. He is top 15 in the league in scoring. He is also averaging 7.3 rebounds and 7.1 assists. He has become the primary initiator of the Blazers' offense. With Scoot Henderson still developing and dealing with inconsistencies, Avdija has taken the keys. He has played like a 6 feet, 9 inches point guard. He is driving to the rim with power. His three-point shot has stabilized at around 36%, and his playmaking is elite. He is the engine, but it's not just Avdija. The strength of the Blazers is their defensive identity. They are ranked 19th in defense, which is average, but look at their recent stretch. Over the last 10 games, they are top 10 in defense. Why? Donovan Clingan, the rookie big man out of UConn, now in his sophomore year, is a monster in the paint. He is averaging over 10 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game. The combination of Clingan's rim protection, Avdija's versatility, and Toumani Camara's point-of-attack defense gives Portland a legitimate defensive spine. They recently beat the Lakers 122-108. They beat the Celtics 114-108. These are signature wins. This isn't a fluke. The Blazers have found an identity. They are young, they are long, and they play hard. Tiago Splitter, the acting head coach, deserves immense credit. He has simplified the offense. It's no longer your turn, my turn. It is a motion-heavy system centered around Avdija's decision-making. The Blazers are strong, narrative is real, because they have finally exited the rebuilding phase and entered the competitive development phase. They are no longer easy wins on the schedule. If you walk into the Moda Center expecting a cakewalk, you're going to get run out of the GYM.SO. Where does this leave us? We are nearly halfway through the 2025 to 2026 campaign. The narratives are setting like concrete. In Los Angeles, the Lakers have proven that in an era of pace and space, size still matters. They have zagged while the league zigged. By pairing Luka Doncic with the twin tower physicality of DeAndre Ayton and LeBron James, they have built a machine designed to grind you down in the postseason. They are the favorites to come out of the West if they stay healthy. That twin tower strength is not a gimmick. It is a championship blueprint. In the other locker room, the Clippers are at a crossroads. The secret weapon of John Collins is shining. But is it enough to illuminate the path out of the cellar? The front office has difficult decisions to make in the next 30 days before the trade deadline. Do they waste Collins' prime season on a roster that can defend? Or do they pivot Watch John Collins closely. His performance in the next few weeks will dictate the future of the Clippers franchise. And in Portland, the Blazers have arrived. They are strong, they are resilient, and they have found a star in Deni Avdija. They are proof that patience pays off. They are the dark horse of the West. No one wants to see that length and athleticism in a play-in game. The NBA season is a marathon, not a sprint. But right now, at mile 13, these are the runners setting the pace. The Lakers are towering over the competition. The Clippers are searching for salvation in their secret weapon. And the Blazers are flexing their newfound muscle. Thank you for watching this deep dive. If you enjoyed this level of analysis, if you appreciate going beyond the box score and understand the why and the how, make sure you subscribe. We are tracking these stories all the way to the finals.